Alright, let's talk about working for Amazon as a delivery driver. Now, this job opportunity is something that actually Amazon has contacted me over the last few years about it, but I just never considered it because I had been working for Walmart. And I value loyalty and also value the fact that Walmart paid for 100% of my college tuition. But now, Walmart and I had a little falling out. I'll talk about that in another video. And car got repossessed and everything. Just a lot of other crap just hitting the fan. But the good news is and I was working for McDonald's. Finished my college degree in August, started looking for a job, worked a sales job. That was like bleh. Kept looking, and I applied to a lot of office jobs, a lot of accounting jobs, but could not even get an interview. And unfortunately, I'm coming to find out that a college degree is not worth as much as it used to be. Employers are looking for, it's more of a, do you have this set of skills rather than do you have this degree, is whether that's the what's the word I'm looking for? It's the skills or the degree. Right now we're in more of a, do you have the skills appropriate to do the job? That's more what employers are looking for right now. So, but this opportunity with Amazon, it's okay. There's two different types of delivery jobs for Amazon that you should know. So I'm going to talk to you a little bit about that. Also going to talk to you about the application process, how to get the job. And tomorrow, on Sunday, October 15th, at 7:50 a.m. in the morning, ooh, that's early, especially for Sunday, I have my first day of training, and then I'll talk to you all about that and two other days of training, and then I'll also do a video about my first day by myself delivering. So anyway, with Amazon delivery driver jobs, there's two types of jobs. There's flex, and then there's DSP. DSP stands for Delivery Service Provider. The one that I recommend, the one that I applied for and ultimately got, was the DSP jobs. Okay. Flex, the Amazon Flex job is you use your own car, but you also can set your own schedule and deliver packages for Amazon that way. But remember, you're using your own vehicle, so you're responsible for its own wear and tear. DSP jobs, you have a set schedule, but you're probably making just as much, if not more, than if you did a flex job. The pay where I'm at is $18 an hour. That's starting pay, by the way. And again, depending on where you are in the country, I'm in North Carolina. If you're in New York or if you're down in Los Angeles, you're probably going to get a little bit more, maybe $22 to $25 an hour. But $18 an hour is what we have here in North Carolina. And this particular facility that I'm delivering at was just opened just not even 4 years ago. 4 years ago, so it's still fairly new. And back then, Amazon was just paying $15 an hour, so they've gone up a little bit, which is great. Maybe some other companies can do the same, Walmart. But anyway, remember, Amazon DSP. Now, the reason why I emphasize the DSP is because you're going to be working under the Amazon umbrella, but you're not going to be working directly for Amazon. So in other words, you're going to be using their Blue Prime vans to drive. They're going to supply you with Amazon uniforms with the Amazon logo and everything, okay? But you're actually not directly employed by Amazon. It's kind of the same example. If you ever work, especially in the restaurant industry, restaurants You'll have the big chains like McDonald's, okay, but most restaurants are actually not owned and operated by the McDonald's Corporation. They're actually owned and operated by franchisees, okay, which could be a person, could be a couple people, a few people who own maybe 10 or 20 restaurants in a certain city or geographical area, okay? So the DSP is kind of the same as a franchisee, okay? You're putting out Amazon's product, and you're wearing the Amazon uniform, but you're not actually employed with Amazon. So the job offer, it's full-time. Can also work part-time, but I emphasize full-time, and I'm getting full-time. Yay! $18 an hour. Okay, it's a 4-day work week. That's another thing I really dig about this job. So in other words, it's I'm not sure yet. I do know you have to work at least one weekend day. You have to work at least one Saturday or one Sunday in the work week. I don't know if the 3 days off are consecutive or if they break them up. I don't know. Hoping for consecutive, but and also, of course, $18 an hour, that's based on 40 hours a week. So if you ever go over that, you qualify for overtime, which is time and a half, $27 an hour. Plus, on any additional days, like if you work 5 or 6 days a week instead of 4, you get a bonus. So on your 5th day, if you work the 5th day of the week, you get extra $50 on top of your time and a half. And then if you work a 6th day, you get $100 more on top of your time and a half. So it can be fairly lucrative. Another good thing is that you cannot work more than I believe it's 6 days in a row. You can't work more than 6 days in a row. It's automatic. The system will not allow you to clock in and work more than 6. It might be 7, 6 or 7 days in a row. After that, you have a break. I mean, seriously though, come on. Why would you want to work every single day for the rest of your life? But then again, if a job is fun, there you go. And of course, they also offer, benefits, health, vision, dental, tuition reimbursement, paid time off. Hopefully I'll learn more about that tomorrow at training. But let me talk to you about the application process for Amazon. Well, my personal experience, not a lot of people talk about this, but they kind of should, because it's important, I think. And again, your mileage may vary depending on who your DSP is and who the human resource people at your Amazon branch are. But here we go. So the way that I ultimately applied for this position at Amazon was not actually through Amazon. No. It was actually through Indeed. And again, remember, Amazon DSP. I repeat, do not apply for Amazon Flex, because then you're going to have to use your own vehicle. Okay? And if you don't have your own vehicle, you definitely want to do Amazon DSP. Okay? And remember, you have to have a clean background, a valid driver's license. You don't have to worry about insurance. Amazon takes care of that. Now obviously if you're driving yourself to and from work, you have to have car insurance on your car, but for Amazon, you need a clean driving record, valid driver's license, clean background check, they drug test you, all that stuff. But anyway, I applied at Indeed.com, search Amazon DSP in your particular city. Unless you live out in the middle of Ely, Nevada or something, you should be able to pull up some kind of Amazon DSP situation. But anyway, I put the application in on Monday, September 25th in the morning. And I actually got a text message back that same day around 4:30 in the afternoon. It says, "Hi, I think my name is Linda." I forget her name, some woman's name, but it says, "I will contact you tomorrow between 9 a.m. and 4 p.m. for interview." So I say, okay. Then I get a text around 12:30. Of course, I don't actually get the text till 1:30 because I'm at work. I was working in a group. Had to be very careful and discreet about looking for other jobs when I'm at my current job, But I respond back an hour later. Now, yes, it's a good time to interview. But didn't hear from them. So then it was like Thursday morning. I was like, you know what? I'm going to pick up the phone. It's like 9 o'clock in the morning. Pick up the phone, call them directly. Bam. Linda's there. We do a phone interview. The phone interview is really easy. It's basically just saying, here's what the job is. You're going to be loading a van, a little minivan with packages and bags, and for like the first hour or so, and the rest of the day is a 11 hour day with the lunch breaks in there. Then the rest of the day you're gonna be delivering like over 200 packages, and it's very physically demanding. You'll be constantly lifting heavy packages. You'll be getting in and out of the van over like 100, 200 times. So basically, that's the job. Said, do you want the job? I was like, yes, I still want it. I'm interested. So then she says, can you come in between 1 and 6 p.m. today for an in-person interview? And I'm like, oh boy. Because I have to go to work between 10:30 and 8:30 that same day. It's like, oh man, and I was only in my second week on the job at my old sales job, so of course I'm not gonna, call in sick or anything when I'm on week 2, right? Because that's grounds for getting fired. So I told her, I said, 1 to 6. Is there any way you could do it earlier in the day or later in the day? And she says no, because it's the general manager is actually going to be the person interviewing you, and they can only interview between 1 and 6 in the 1 p.m. and 6 p.m. because the early half of their day they're helping load the delivery vans, and then after 6 p.m. till like 9:30 they're working with the dispatch people, helping the drivers get all the deliveries out for the day. But I was like, oh, I really want this job. Fortunately, Linda, though, had a great idea. So she says, we do offer weekend interviews. I was like, yes. And she's like, anytime Saturday or Sunday between 1 and 6. I was like, okay, Saturday, let's do 4 o'clock. I don't know why I picked that time, but it felt good, I guess. I don't know. So Saturday, 2 days after I did the phone interview, very fast process. Saturday, 4 p.m., we did an interview with the general manager of this particular Amazon DSP. And it's probably one of the best interviews that I've ever had. And what I like about it was it was a no bullshit interview. Basically, the interview was kind of like the phone interview. The general manager said, listen, this is the job. Can you do it? He said, listen, our hours of work are from 10:30 to 9:30. Of course, with your, you work 10 hours, 4 days a week. It's 10:30 to 9:30 is 11 hours, but I guess with your breaks and everything, that's a 10-hour day. You get 30-minute lunch, which is not paid for by the company, but then the company does pay you for 2 15-minute breaks. So there you go. He also said, you're going to be delivering in a lot of rural areas. Said Thomasville, which is a suburb of Greensboro, and then Asheboro, which is a little town, bigger town, like 30,000 people, 40,000. But then there's a little town called Denton, North Carolina, which is way out in the middle of nowhere. That's less than 1,000 people. It's like one stoplight and a mini mart. I don't know if you could hear that noise. I hate people when they're loud motors, but anyway, said, oh, you gotta worry about dogs. I'm like, I was just poker faced because I hate dogs, but I was like, I'm sure they'll talk to us about dogs at the training seminar about that. But yeah, long driveways, delivering at night, which is why I'm probably going to try to get as much done as I can when it's daylight, and then take my breaks when it's dark. It gets dark now about 7, and of course with the time change, about another 3 weeks or so, it'll start getting dark about 5 or 6. So the first half of the delivery day, yeah, you really want to get a lot of stuff done. But I did say, yeah, that's all good. Getting in and out of the car 100 times. I just told him all my experience working for Walmart, walking around the whole day, picking out items, loading bags and loading totes with Walmart, and also my experience delivering auto parts, a lot of heavy lifting there, and also delivering pizza at night. I said, oh yeah, I had a lot of long, late nights where I could not had a little trouble finding houses, but I used my flashlight, and that helps it. Oh yeah, we supply flashlights too. So, again, the interview is basically, this is the job, these are the challenges, are you up for the task? And always, whatever job you interview for, and whether it's in person or virtual, make sure you don't have to wear a big professional suit, but my goodness, at least wear a nice white button-down shirt and a tie, gentlemen. And ladies, make sure you just dress modestly, dress professional. Don't have your boobs all, hanging out, little spaghetti strap or tube top option. Just be professional, please, when you go to these job interviews. I mean, because at the end of the day, if you don't answer their questions very good, at least they'll respect you, and they'll think, oh, look at Bobby, he dressed up, he must really want this job. That'll help him that'll help the job interviewer and the GM take you seriously enough to where, Bobby's answers were a little off, I thought, but he dressed up for the interview. Also, make sure you show up early, 5 or 10 minutes, at least 5 minutes early, so they'll like that too. At least exceed with the soft skills, because if you excel, do good with the soft skills, and you don't interview as well. But I thought I did great with the Amazon interview, because again, it's no BS interview. They're not going to ask all these philosophical questions like, name one time you had an A-right customer and you helped them out, or did you feel a tingle down your leg when you helped a customer? And this, did you and your customer ever argue about your favorite brand of French baguettes, or some of these philosophical questions? But and look, you dress up. You show up early, you say yes to what they're looking for, and you act like you want the job, and you're confident to where you say, oh, dogs and darkness, that'll be fine. They'll probably hire you on the spot, at least they did with me. And then the following morning was Sunday morning, I got a text message. The HR reps for Amazon, they work all over the country. This particular person, I think, was in Miami area. Gave me instructions how to set up my Amazon email account, my Amazon employee account, all the paperwork, background check. Took only the background check they sent me, the application for that they sent me Sunday evening, about 7 o'clock at night. And by 7 o'clock Monday morning, they said the background check was approved. And then later that day, I got the application for the drug test. And then took the drug test on the next day. Now that was a little bit pain in the butt, because drug test, you had to go. Again, I don't have a car, so I had to use the bus system. So it took an hour and a half to go 20 miles to the next town over, a smaller town than Greensboro, to get the drug test. And I had to walk another mile from the bus stop to, So that was a bit of a pain in the neck, but I passed, glad I got it done. And the drug test took like 8 days. Yeah, it took over a week from the process that to get the results back. And at the time when I took the drug test back, it was back on Tuesday, the 3rd of October. I was quoted my training date was not going to be until Monday, October 30th. And I was like, because here, I mean, it had been 3 days, everything said the drug test was done, and now they told me that I would have to wait like almost a whole month to start training. And the HR lady said training date is set for the 30th, but I will definitely see if we have anything earlier. And I text her back, says, please do, please, pretty please. Well, fortunately, the drug test results came back on Tuesday the 10th. Okay, Wednesday, no, I think it was, or was it Wednesday? I don't know Wednesdays. But anyway, 2 days ago, on Thursday, the 12th, I get a text back from the HR coordinator, says, listen, you're all set to start training on Sunday, this Sunday, tomorrow. So, it would have been nice to give me, it was like 2 days notice, but okay. I've actually had about 12 hours notice of starting a job at McDonald's. It was like I was sitting here Saturday evening, like 7:30 p.m. Manager texted me, says, you're starting tomorrow, call the store up, see what time. It's like 10:30 the next morning. I was like, boy, talk about advance notice. But then again, I'm happy to get started. I think this job is going to be very beneficial to me. It's going to, $18 an hour is very good for my particular situation. First, I want to save up for at least a down payment on a car. Save like $5,000 or something. And then, buy like a $15,000 car, finance the rest of it. Because I got in trouble. Car payment was like $470 a month. That's crazy. If I could maybe get a $300 car payment this time, that would be a lot more manageable. And hopefully maybe upgrade my living situation a little bit. And also I'm taking a accounting, getting my through Intuit. It's called through Course RA. It's through the Intuit QuickBooks Academy. It's bookkeeping certification. So, I'll have maybe a couple, 2-3 months or so after getting my car situation, all the other stuff straight. Maybe by, say, within the next 3 to 6 months, might be able to go from Amazon to an accounting job finally. Be able to finally get the office job of my 9 to 5, no weekends, no holidays, ever. My dream 9 to 5 job. There you go. And then after that, I can work on maybe get my master's degree. I don't know if I want to go in journalism or political science or urban planning. Just all these balls I'm juggling up in the air. But yeah, my training for Amazon begins tomorrow, 7:50 a.m. sharp. That's what it said on the text message. It said, do not be late. If you're later than 7:50, the door's locked. We don't let people in there. So, okay, yeah, definitely. I don't have a car. There's no public transportation on Sundays, so I have to do an Uber or a Lyft to make sure by like 7 o'clock tomorrow morning I have things finalized with that. So go from there. Anyway, that is Amazon Job Part 1, the hiring process. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.